intermittent, like the car. So it's a 1966 Triumph Spitfire Mark II. I bought it on Bring a Trailer recently. It was a pandemic project by the previous owner. So he did a nice job of mostly restoring it, but it was sold as a project, so there are known problems. Ironically, one of them is not that it didn't start, which is why we're here today. So the primary issue, the first issue, is to get it running reliably. It's not starting. I'm hopeful it's an easy issue, but the broader question, and I think what is responsible for the big showing we're having today on a cold, frigid January day, is talking about the process, the procedures for diagnosing starting issues. I think a lot of folks are interested in that, and that's what I want to learn. You know, what are all the steps to go through, the things to check, how do you check them, learn all that, so if it doesn't start again in the future, I know how to handle that.
We're going to see the miracle. It's going to start right up.
Yeah.
Shall we join hands and see?
I have this funny fear that it'll just start. Which is,
Oh, yeah. If you remember, maybe in trouble.
I'm just here for the picture.
Oh, so the battery's
weak. Starter's weak.
I can see your problem.
That was one question I have, could it be a weak starter? Let's put a jump back on it, that'll let's see.
Did it crank more than that
Yeah,
originally?
it cranked steadily before.
That's important.
I guess the battery's lost power in the weaker side.
So spark or fuel, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like got plenty of compression. I have an 80 Spitfire.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. First thing I would do is I'd pull the air filters off and spray a little bit of starter fluid in and see if it runs once you give it a boost. If that doesn't work, then you go to the next level to figure out if it's got.
What is that?
Normally you have a.
Yeah, that was one of the things the seller said he was including, but I haven't found this T connection, and I think it was supposed to run out of here into the carbs. I don't see how it would do it, but
That's full vacuum over there.
Yeah.
It should connect from the cover to where Doug's hand is.
Back in again. Yeah. One more time. You're not doing anything though.
No,
Back out.
It is.
It should be hitting this though, right?
No. It's your jets themselves need to drop. Definitely got some leakage.
It should open the throttle bit as well.
That's what I'm saying. It should be hitting this.
It should do two things: hit the throttle
Right.
first.
no, it shouldn't.
No,
No?
it only
on an
lowers the
SU2,
jets.
Or HS2, it should only drop the jets.
These
Throttle
are
should not
forced,
be
but
touched.
that's okay. So push that in again. So this one is not lowering. You've got one that's choking, one that's not.
I left the jets in there too.
So what do you
So-
feel? Oh, right here?
Yeah, okay, so if you lower it again, watch this red.
Okay.
Pull it out. No, pull it out. See how that just lowered? That lowers your jet.
Back in
down.
again. Oh yeah.
But this side doesn't. Pull it out again.
Nothing.
See, so this side's misadjusted.
Okay.
So we can loosen the linkage
Go for it.
and get that adjusted. Well, there's fuel to the one bolt
And it's actually spitting throughout.
when it primed
When you
it.
prime it, what about when it's not being primed?
That's a good try, yeah, to see if the fuel pump itself, the lever action is not happening.
So kind of an order for this.
We'll try that.
Fuel delivery, dwell, timing, then tuning.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Plus spark.
We test and verified spark.
You also watch your fingers on these things. Okay, so
it is.
pumping some.
Yeah.
We're good.
It's pumping.
How do you know?
Because it's an arrow. They make it easy in this case.
From the tank to the carburetor.
Stuff I use in the lawnmower. Non-ethanol. It'll run.
Actually, the guy bought an auxiliary gas tank also if we need it.
Okay.
With decent gas.
There's gas in there, so that's not a problem. I really like the comments of either stop the gas from coming out of this one.
When I first had
There you go.
Triumph back in the 70s, I used the timing rate, and he said, I thought it was magic then, and I still think it is.
Whoever timed it.
Yeah, it's a whole series.
Yeah.
No.
The white lots have
All right, this car's the wrong choke cable in it.
You want someone to reach in and hold it?
I think a dead battery. Well, we know that first off, the battery's dead.
Yeah.
Second off, then we need to figure out the choke, but the wrong choke cable's in the car.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold.
Right.
So it's just slipping and you can't leave it in a spot. So
I can run out and buy one.
I'll bring the rotary.
I would recommend doing that. I will also run back. You're going to 10 minutes away.
It's worth doing.
He's gonna bring a car in.
I think when this thing is cranking, you're going to be surprised that it starts really quick. There's nothing here to tell us.
The car came with you.
I've only started it in the garage. I haven't driven it through the brake.
The tailpipes, some valves.
So it's like really
You just pop that in.
coming out of the tailpipe, smells like a lot of gas. It's running really high.
Goes the other way. Goes the other.
say again, you'll have to reverse these.
Yeah, but we can because this is just tidied up. This is not. I mean, we could take this off, and we have plenty of. If we still want to use that.
Can't you just
but-
switch the bat, turn the bat on?
I mean, I don't think skip anything. But
I mean,
there should be a strap from the frame to the motor, and then from the battery to the
yeah,
motor.
typically this shouldn't even be connected to the frame. It should just be connected to here because it goes here and then it grounds against the body. It should be grounded against the frame. It's grounded through the transmission against the frame. But it's not great.
Yeah, you should have.
Well, most of these, I first dealt with them back.
So the danger of this, by the way, because this is also on the side, this contact, on the side here, with no short outs, it will make stuff pass behind us. So, be aware.
There's something we can do to
It can be taped. I mean, you can, once you get it in, you can tape it.
Alright, that's positive.
So, our question now is the negative.
So I got the spare.
Oh, I got another cable.
Oh, did you? All right.
Hold on to that.
That solves your problem with your worrying about shorting.
Okay. I don't think we have a washer for that.
Really? Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Have they gone earlier?
I've not. This is actually the first thing I come to.
That's like a big garage.
It's a happier battery.
Drum roll, please.
It's a lot different. It's just not as big as big boom.
That's a good sign. We know it's
Way better. Without the chip.
We know it will start. It's happier. Okay. I need somebody to crank it for us.
Would you like to be the candidate?
Magic touch.
No choke. We're a subsidiary of.
You should need choke to start.
No, but that, he didn't. He just turnkey, so maybe it just has more fuel in it than it should because it's spinning. Points don't look good to you.
Need to adjust them. I need.
Just
Well, yeah, well, it was blinking at the strobe, but I couldn't.
Right, with it, you
find
can,
exactly where.
yeah,
it
they
was
got the
blinking.
marks are so faint on it, just the main mark, that's top dead center, and you've gotta get, what, 4, depending on whatever the engine is, 4 to 8
Pull the key
on
out,
either
ignition,
side.
Turn it off.
Is are the marks visible
The marks-
easily?
the marks
Top
are
dead
visible.
center is visible,
Go ahead and put it back.
but we don't know, right, I mean,
Yeah.
so, it's a new car, so we don't know
And then release the parking brake.
where is everything.
What I was thinking,
Just pull up, yeah.
my experience has been, the marks become fainter and fainter.
Oh, are we in fourth gear?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So he's got a
Not
hard
here.
mark, a real punched
Put it in fourth.
divot in the pulley. And it looks like I could barely see the degree marks on the pulley before. Yeah, I got paint or chalk or something. Actually, I didn't bring any chalk, but then you'd be able to verify.
Yeah.
Top dead center. Where's the static? 4 degrees before. There's your starting point, right? You got your feeler gauge. You got the gap. So, if it was me, I'm going back just to basics, right? It's always the fundamentals to start from there, right? So, like the simplest thing. I'm trying to make sure top dead center is
Yeah,
really
well,
truly top dead center.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're suggesting to pull it and actually verify.
Just because I don't know the engine, right? I mean,
Right.
we don't know. I mean, it did run before, but very poorly. So, right, with that little bit
Yes.
of information, I'm like, you know, something was even not right in the
Yeah.
beginning, and what is it?
What's this next plan?
We're verifying that the engine actually is at top dead center.
How do you do that?
By checking, looking actually into the combustion chamber and seeing if the piston is at the top.
Clean them up, set them, and go with
Is the alternator in your way?
Yes.
So can you put the socket on and use a wrench on the?
What I used to do is jack up the rear wheel,
Okay,
put
so
the car
then
in
use
gear,
a
and then
wrench
just turn the rear
Okay.
tire.
On that.
I need a
That'll
wrench
turn the
that's-
engine without
What
having to
size
move
is
the
that?
car.
The only thing is, when I unscrew this, I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to get
Get it all the way
socket
out
off.
beyond the alternator.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
They shouldn't even make that easy. Sorry.
Well, I don't know that this engine would have had an alternator on it, right?
Right.
It would have probably had a generator. Yeah.
Well, there's an easy solution for that, and that's just to move the alternator.
All right, there we go. Good news.
Michael, are you thinking like, what have I gotten myself into?
Well, I wanted a project, so I achieved my goal.
All you need is all of these guys with you at all times, and it'll be great.
You guys come over every weekend, right?
Pretty wet.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's had that choke pulled up the whole time.
Yeah, that's why it was not starting on the choke too. So I dry all those out. I have to pull them all.
Yeah, that is top dead center.
All right, hold on. There we go.
Yeah, the piston's at the top, so.
Great. So that now look at the rotor. Look at the rotor on the distributor and see if it's pointing at number one.
Point's open.
No.
No. Okay. So what's the pointing to?
180, huh?
Yeah, it's pointing to number 4.
All right.
Timing mark is at top dead center, and the piston is at the top, and the rotor is pointed to cylinder 4 instead of cylinder 1.
Yeah, so it could, but it could be the exhaust stroke for number one.
We don't know
Yes.
unless you felt pressure on it.
Yeah, so it's on the exhaust stroke.
Could be.
For
Could
number
be.
one.
Could be.
It could be. We don't know, other than, that's why I was suggesting the valve cover, but.
I know, but once we pull that,
Yeah.
I've got no way to reseal it, and I don't have an extra.
I
an
understand,
extra
I
cover
understand,
sitting
I
around.
understand, I understand.
Can't you check as you're bringing it forward whether or not you're getting compression out of there?
Yeah, do you have a compression gauge?
Yeah,
I have a compression gauge with me. Yes.
That's nice. Here we go.
Compression gauge into the spark plug hole. And if you get compression when you turn when you move the wheels, that means your valves are closed, and now you're on the compression stroke, right? Not the exhaust stroke, because your valves would be open on the exhaust stroke.
You want it pointing all the way at number one? Is that what your goal is?
I'm gonna stick this in here.
Number 1 spark plug wire, but it's 180 out, but we don't know if the engine is on compression or exhaust.
Oh wait, no, you got a little bit. Come on, roll it again.
that's all you need.
It's just not enough. It was moving so little.
So take this out,
Yeah.
get the light. We're gonna put this at number 1, it's supposed to be there.
And see where it is.
Yeah, let me, and then I could.
Down, going down, going down, still going down. All right,
Okay.
keep going.
Put your thumb on it now. Phil.
Okay,
See if
now-
it'll
I can't get my
Why
hand in
did
there
I-
to put my thumb
No,
on it.
not you.
I know, but you can't get your hand in there.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Get with your glove off.
Yeah. It could suck your thumb in.
Go ahead.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
See, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. Now I'm getting some resistance.
Okay. Yeah, I felt air blowing up at me before it passed that point.
Okay.
So that's number 1 in that direction, right?
Yes.
But when that's there, the timing I think was at the opposite side. So I think we might actually do reverse.
Yeah. Does anybody know what size that socket is for the crankshaft nut?
It's really big,
Yeah.
and I don't want to put pliers on it. Ruin a nice painting.
I've done this, jack up the rear wheel and just turn the rear wheel.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a lot easier than.
Yeah.
Do we have a jack and jack stance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
I'm
do it.
trapped in there.
Yeah.
Up on the stroke?
You are right now. Keep going.
Let me get mine.
Right about now, you should see some movement.
Yep, I got a little bit of movement.
So now you should be looking for the piston to be all the way up there then. If you're
Yeah,
on
well, it
compression.
is. It is. We verified it.
Yep.
Okay.
You're there, right?
Yeah.
So the distributor is in back, probably.
No kidding. Wow.
Right?
That's good. That's right about,
Okay.
right about where it should be.
The compression stroke from number 2.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's how you get it in. 180 out.
Yeah.
I just remember having a time to figure out the way you turn it.
So I'm disappointed that it's not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You gotta get a mag.
could, I mean,
Well, there's also nothing wrong with going through this entire process.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely need to, because we don't know anything about the engine, just verified all this stuff.
But I'm just looking at this contact here and how there's barely a contact there.
it's worn down. Compared to the others. That's weird.
All shit that you just might have to replace.
Maybe try not to give it gas for a second. Just crank it.
Choke but no gas?
Choke but no gas.
Gas seems to be killing it.
Go ahead and try it again. This table is really poorly adjusted. Go ahead. Go ahead. See ya.
That's a wrap.
Way
So,
and it's
started,
way out.
okay.
So this is.
So,
Press the gas pedal all the way.
Look at the carburetors there.
yeah, that's where I think it's going now.
Okay, so we know you're actually only getting about half throttle.
Yeah, because here,
lights on for some
look at that. He's got
Backlight.
nothing
Oh, you had to put on brake.
before. So, and this is at full adjustment, right? There's nowhere else for
Yeah.
that to go. So, he's gonna need either a longer one of these to get that cable set.
It's bolt, so the throttle pedal is kind of an L shape.
Yeah.
And it's bolted at the corner of the L to the firewall.
Electrical tape.
Yeah. And then the part that sticks out has a slot on the end that the cable slides into, and then there's supposed to be a clip.
Obviously, he has to do something with this. Is he getting a new cable? Because that's a non-starter.
I would get a new cable here.
You think that's just stretched?
No, it's a brand new cable. It's probably just the wrong cable.
Possibly. I also.
Right.
What are you looking for?
Oh, you mean adjusted here?
Yeah,
Yes.
just down
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So he pulls it down instead
Okay.
of.
Yeah.
Well, what I was,
That makes sense.
So yeah, I can push this down so that it's more taut like that.
Let's do that.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not all the way down. It's okay. It's better, but it's
not popping out.
it's still not enough.
Okay.
Go again. Go again.
check the timing. And
Did
then
you
see
step
where
on
we
the
are.
brakes before?
Right?
The brake lights were on there for a little bit.
Yeah, we've noticed that the brake lights come on when the car is on, period.
Huh.
Where, at what RPM, because it's running at whatever it is, 1800 or whatever, even 1000 RPM, it's supposed to be like at 800 to keep the centrifugal weights from moving, right? And that's going to give you your kind of idle timing.
Yeah.
And we're not at idle, we're going to be more because we got to keep the engine running.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So that's what I'm thinking. If we just go static, help me, Bob.
That's right.
If we just do static, then at least we know we have a starting point. That's correct.
Get it to running relatively well, and then we can do a fine tune.
Because it just sounds like to me, because we have to give it more gas, it just seems like that timing's still not.
Right, that throws it off, yeah.
Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh, right there.
So this looks like a mark on the distributor, is that not a mark? Is that
Well,
an imaginary
it
mark?
could be, because this is number one, right? And I've always understood that that makes sense because, let's see now, it goes counterclockwise and your centrifugal weights are advancing. So actually the degrees of advance is actually the width of the rotor.
Oh, interesting, okay,
Right?
so right at the
So
beginning of that
it'll-
one would be
it'll-
around 0?
So that is starting your fire,
Yeah,
right at the edge of that. And this is right at top dead center.
good.
Now, I think the book said
2 degrees or 4 degrees.
4 degrees. What did it say?
Before top dead
degrees
center? I think
after,
it's-
think, or something crazy like that, right? I don't think that's anything.
You don't?
I don't think so. So static timing is 6 or 8 degrees. Oh no, this is what's stupid. I don't know if this is a typo or not. It doesn't make sense to me. One engine, early engine, 6 degrees after top. The later engine, 8 degrees before.
Wow.
How does that? I don't know if that's a typo or not. Actually, let me find another book. Did you have choke out?
Yeah.
Pull it out more. All right. Pull it in and out slowly until it feels like it's starting to start up. Go ahead. That's the Mark 4. Mark 3 is 6 degrees before.
Yeah.
Mark 1 and 2 says you're 17.
That seems like a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead and flip that.
Exactly where it should be.
Give it a little more gas.
Damn, so close. All right. So this is set correctly.
Try choke with no gas.
Okay.
It could just be wet.
No. I haven't worked with HS4s. On an HS2, there's like a base setting that you start off. Take the filters off. We look at where the bridge of the jet is sitting on the inside. We lower it about 12 flats, and that's a starting point for tuning. I don't know what
the force.
Yeah, we could do that. See if that makes any difference. But with those wet spark plugs, either not 100% sure. For me, if it was my car, I'd be like really going through on the electrical part of it, right? I mean, we've had the ground. Want to make sure that spark is strong. I'm even try whatever procedure just to check the coil, make sure it's the right coil. I've got an extra coil. I would just go through every single thing on the timing, because the plugs are getting wet. there's gas going in there, right?
But maybe too much and not burning because we're dumping.
It's not sparking. It's not igniting.
It's not, yeah,
it's not igniting,
fast
right?
enough.
So,
Okay.
and when it did, it would only stay running for about, what, 20 seconds maybe?
Yeah.
And then when you had it revved up a little bit, right? I mean, I think when we first got, I think we heard a little backfire going on, right? Which is a little bit of a timing thing, right? We were trying to nail that, which I think we've confirmed static timing that's not 180 off. It's, you know, getting close to 6 degrees before. I think we've confirmed that, so that's all good. So why isn't we getting a good spark? And we got the plugs. Maybe want to do new spark plugs.
New spark plugs,
I
always a
mean,
good thing.
why not?
That's
I mean,
always a good thing.
At this stage, just go for the simple stuff. I mean, yeah, right?
Either way, like I said, I'm nearby, so I'll help you get through this, you know, one way or another. At
I
least
think we're
get
closer
running.
than we were at 8 o'clock or 9:30 this morning.
Yeah,
Well, we've made a lot of progress. A lot of the fundamentals have been confirmed or tweaked to make sure that the engine is set up correctly, the timing is correct, everything looks like it's right, but there's some kind of unknown, presumably with the electrical system, that we can now follow up on. I'll learn more about distributors, maybe get a new rotor, a couple other electrical parts and spark plugs. It could be a simple thing like that, and then we'll see where we are at that point.